This is called self-care, and if you do this, I promise you'll be successful. Hey, all things go. I'm Jack Kays, and these are my tour necessities. My first one is this very special tea. It's called throat coat tea. I really can't help myself on stage, and I just kind of like destroy myself and scream as loud as I can. And so my best bet is to drink this like 4 or 5 times a day. Makes me feel all smooth and ready to sing, so I don't hurt myself on stage or something like that. Tastes really good. I'll actually make some right now. My girlfriend hates the taste of it, but I think it's really good, so I'm glad to drink it. The next thing that I could not live without on tour is my skincare routine, man. I love my skincare routine. I love CeraVe. If I don't wash my face in the morning, I feel like I can't go on. And if I don't moisturize after that, I feel like I can't even move my face, like it's like all cracked and shit. Might as well do it right now. This is called self-care, and if you do this, I promise you'll be successful. I do it twice a day, but if I get like really stressed out, I'll go into the bathroom and do my skincare routine. It's like the best form of meditation. The skincare is one with my next item. I look crazy right now. These are all of my vitamins. I take them every morning and every night. Some of them are to help me go to sleep. Some of them are to help my muscles recover better when I go to sleep. Some of them, like vitamin D, are just to like combat like regular depression. And then I have stuff for my stress, vitamin C, so that I don't get sick on the road. The biggest one to swallow is this one though. Every single night I take 2 of these, and it's magnesium citrate. Actually, I should recommend this to y'all. If you feel like, oh, I wake up in the morning and I could sleep for 5 more hours and I just slept 8 hours, you should take this shit, because I haven't felt that way since I started taking this. It's incredible. My girlfriend's mom put me onto all this stuff, so shout out Delai. I love you. This is an absolute necessity on tour. I couldn't do it without it. Well, I probably could, but I wouldn't want to. It wouldn't be as fun. This is my weed. Enough said, you know what I'm saying? I like to smoke after my shows. I like to smoke in the morning. Sometimes if I'm having trouble eating, I'll smoke. The one thing is that I usually don't smoke for like an hour or 2 before my show, because I just want a clear head on stage. I'm already like so overwhelmed sometimes, and like people are screaming at you and it can be a lot, so I don't want to be like blasted away on stage. I don't think that would be the best decision. So I think a lot of tour is just making sure that you're like sustaining yourself, you know what I mean? There's a lot of travel, there's a lot of energy that you put out, so you want to make sure that you're putting stuff in your stomach as much as possible. And I have anxiety, and when I get anxious, I have trouble eating. Something that is the only thing that I can eat when I'm anxious is nuts. So I have this bag of mixed nuts, and I've gone through probably 3 of these on tour in the time that I've been out here. It's been like a week. They have to be unsalted, sadly, because if they're salted, it would mess with my voice. This is my life. This is my driving force. I don't know what I would do without these nuts, man. Let me just show y'all. Y'all ever had a Brazil nut? Looks like this. It's perfect. It's crunchy. It's got a sweetness to it. It's not too nutty. I don't know, man. That shit is so good. I need another one. My next tour necessity is my notebook. This comes with me everywhere. I rarely leave the house without it. I write how I feel in it, I write songs in it, I write poems in it. If I lost it, my whole career would be over. I don't know what I would do without this notebook. If you want to steal my next album, all you have to do is take this notebook. I tear out pages as I use them because I hate when it's messy inside. Oh, if you guys want a sneak peek of all my songs. I've been working, man, look at all this. Whenever I finish a song, I tear it out, or when I feel like a song isn't good enough, I tear it out and I throw it away so that all the pages can stay empty, and it's always like a clean slate for me. One time I forgot my notebook and I had to do the entire writing session on my phone, and I hated it. It felt so bad, and it just like did not feel natural. There's something about writing with pen and paper that really brings it out of me. So this is super important to me. Couldn't live without it. Tour has a lot of downtime, I am like super antsy all the time. I have a lot of energy, and sometimes I just need something to like pour all that energy into. So that's where this comes in. This is my Switch. It's grimy like a little kid's, but I'm cool with that. I play it in car drives. I'll play it in the green room before the show if I'm really trying to calm down. Play it with my friends. I play it with my girlfriend. Play it with my manager. Play it with whoever will play it with me. Right now, I'm playing this game called Dying Light, and it's like a zombie apocalypse game. Beyond all of the material items that I have on tour, the most important thing to me to have on tour is my support system. This has been like a dream of mine my entire life to be able to come out on tour, and so I don't think it would feel right to do it without my friends. So I have my girlfriend here, my best friend here, my manager who's also one of my best friends. Like my entire team is my closest friends. All right, this says, how many instruments do I play and do I have a favorite? Like 7 or 8 instruments now, but my favorite instrument to play is definitely the guitar. When I play the guitar, I feel like there's nothing wrong in the world. Like I could be going through anything and I can pick up my guitar and start strumming and it all goes away. Anything I'm looking forward to in 2022. I'm looking forward to moving back to the wonderful, wonderful city of DC. I'm so happy to be here right now on tour, and I'm just even more excited to move back. I think I'll be back in May, so I'm pretty stoked for that. How did I meet Travis Barker, and what is the coolest thing he's taught me so far? I had just started getting some traction on my single Morbid Mind. He basically liked the song and he posted it on his story, and I saw that he posted it on his story and I was like, what? And then I DM'd him and I was like, yo, like, thanks for posting my song on your story. And he was like, text me. And he sent me his number. I texted him and then he called me like probably 3 seconds after I texted him, and we had a conversation on the phone. He asked me if I was thinking about signing. He asked me if I was trying to make this type of music or this type of music. He asked me if I was working with anybody. And basically at the end of the conversation, he was like, just really wanted to work, and obviously so did I. And so I flew out to LA and I got an Airbnb and I worked in the studio with Travis for 2 weeks, and we made My Favorite Nightmares, and it was like one of the most surreal things ever. He was super cool, super humble. Man, there's a lot of like unspoken knowledge that you get from like being around somebody like that. Travis is the reason that I'm all about self-care, you know what I mean? I was already like kind of on my self-care journey, but when I met Travis, in that moment I was trying to get sober, and I was talking to Travis about it, and he has been sober since his plane crash, and he stressed the importance of a support group and a regimen and a routine. So like one of the coolest things that he taught me actually has nothing to do with music. It just like has to do with like taking care of yourself and making sure that you can live a long and happy life. Are my cat and dog really best friends? Let me tell you about the dynamic between my cat and dog. So I have a dog named Sasha, she's part pit bull and like part African wild dog. We got her genetic tested and I was like really shocked to hear that, but that's what she is. She's really muscular, she's super athletic, she could do some damage. And then I have like a house cat who's kind of fat and is just like a house cat. And my dog is terrified of my house cat. We wake up, the cat and the dog are pretty chill. They'll lay together, they'll sniff each other, my cat will lick my dog, yada yada yada. But like towards the middle of the day, my cat turns into a fucking demon and will hide under all of our furniture and try to attack my dog. That's like the main dynamic. So I would like to say they're best friends. My animals would probably disagree with me there if they could speak. What was my first tattoo? I started getting tattooed in high school. Me and my girlfriend, who wasn't my girlfriend at the time, she was just a very close friend of mine. We bought a tattoo machine from Amazon, which you can do. Not saying that you should, but you can do it. We bought a tattoo machine and we started like doing like little doodle tattoos in her bedroom. And I think the first one that I got was this music note right here. She did that on my shoulder. Like right there, I kind of decided that I'm gonna do like that style of tattoo for my entire body. So I've been getting tattooed like that ever since. What is your favorite song to play live? I actually talk about this a lot with my team, and I have this song, it's the last song on my album. The song is called Barely Alive, and it just really hits in a different way when I play it on stage, and I always tell my manager that I really strive for the day that I have a set that I feel like that during every song. I feel such a big release after I sing it, and I honestly couldn't compare that feeling to anything else. Like, I wish I could just go up and play the song 10 times. This has been Tour Necessities with Jack Hayes. Thank you so much for watching. Go listen to my new EP, My Favorite Nightmares, and if I saw you on the tour, I hope you had a good time.